In one of my Football Manager saves, I spotted that Harry Kane left Bayern Munich and went to Arsenal for one season, where he ended up winning the treble before leaving to take a final payday in Saudi Arabia. I thought this was quite funny, so I posted it online. And it went viral. 150,000 views on TikTok, 176,000 views on YouTube Shorts, and 4.3 million views on Twitter. I realise that does sound like I'm just trying to flex on you. I'm not, I'm trying to set the scene. Because personally, I didn't think it was that funny. So I decided to ask you lot for your funniest screenshots to make a few YouTube Shorts about them. But then over 300 of you replied to it, so instead we're going to make a big video going through lots of these replies to find the funniest moments in Football Manager. Bergkamp once wanted me to hook up with him, a wildly inappropriate statement for my former assistant manager if you'd ask me. St. Pauli coach Dennis Bergkamp has decided to follow former manager Monique Streams out of the club. Bergkamp was always regarded as a loyal servant to his former boss Streams and is believed to want to try and hook up. Fair enough. That is quite good language, actually. I rate that. Is Dennis Bergkamp married? Oh god, he's been married since 1993. Makes it even worse. I'm sure Monique won't mind me saying this, but she's a homewrecker. Plain and simple. She's also a very good streamer. Go and follow her over on Twitch. Klopp moves to AC Milan, finishes third in his second season, and then gets sacked. Immediately retires from management and takes the most unexpected job in world football. I've just spotted it. He becomes the director of football at Man City. I don't think I've ever actually seen him do that. Sometimes managers do retire and then become scout or director of football, but Klopp always just retires in my saves. That is on a very similar vibe to my Kane moving to Arsenal though. That is quite good. There is no context needed for this one, although I would like to know how Sunderland have gone from Pep Guardiola to Jay Spearing. I've only just spotted how long he was there for. He was there for 11 days. This also looks like it's on like FM12 sort of style stuff, so I mean I want to know what Johnny's doing, why he's still playing FM12. But what on earth could Spearing have done to get sacked within 11 days? I have so many questions and I have zero answers. FM rates Van Dijk as an unconvincing advance forward. Oh, that actually does check out. He's got orange striker ability, which is unconvincing. Anyway, Fluter somehow got him to score 51 goals across the season. Excuse me? No way. He scored 84 goals in all competitions. 60 games, 80... How? How? Oh my god, it's actually included the set pieces and tactics used. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, WTS set pieces, work the space set. I know these set pieces very well. If they're the same set pieces that Jack and I use at the FIFA World Cup, it's this. Basically, we have one player come short to drag away someone from the penalty area, and then we have two guys at the far post to drag away some other defenders, leaving your best headerer of the ball, which in this case is Van Dijk, and he is insane at heading the ball in Football Manager. It leaves him virtually 1v1 against his marker at the near post where no one's going to be trying to get the ball, especially because we've got another guy marking the keeper to block him as well, so it's like pretty much a free header at the near post. It's very overpowered, clearly. But Fluter's managed to get 84 goals out of Van Dijk. That's way better than anything Jack and I could do with our sporting team at the FIFA World Cup. Had this regen in one of the saves, was a pretty decent Champions League level defender. I love Football Manager's name generation sometimes. That is chef's kiss. Newcastle have today confirmed the appointment of Nigel Adkins as the club's new manager. Now, I've got some question marks as to how he's got that job, because you can see down here he was sacked as manager of Tranmere in 2024. Going from Tranmere to Newcastle is not a very natural jump, I would say. Oh, no way, I've just read it. He replaces previous manager Zinedine Zidane. How? That's wild. What a spot from your save, by the way, Georgie. That is really, really impressive. I never look at manager movements in my games. I need to look a little bit more at it because this just seems ridiculous. Okay, Pete has sent a video. Can only assume it's going to be good. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's incredible. You can see he was looking to throw it. No, wait, is he trying to throw it there? Because this guy looks like he's an attacker, right? He's attacking. And he's in this... I'm so confused. That must have been so frustrating to watch. I've seen weird goalkeeper bugs in the past, right? Sometimes, I think it was like FM22 maybe. A lot of back passes to keepers, they just watch them go past them and go into the back of the net, right? That was a bit of a bug. But I've never seen anything like this, personally. So obviously the keeper's trying to throw it to someone else, but he's probably got like 2 out of 20 throwing, and I can watch this on loop all day, it's amazing. Using a lower league database, and this has come up in my newsfeed. Ardley United breaking the bank by spending £8 on Kieran Shipp. I didn't know you could actually spend £8. I thought the lowest you could bid was like £1,000. That's actually really impressive. I'd like to know what Harfield United have done to Ardley United to make them so riled up and petty. Forcing them to pay £8 feels like it's a personal attack. But the best part of this is Owen's reply. Could say that's hardly any money. Good, I'm liking that. Good from you. The previous AI manager of the club I joined had arranged for 9 goalkeepers to join in the next transfer window, which came as a shock. Oh, the screenshot's really low res. That's annoying. But I presume, they are all goalkeepers. You can literally read, they are all goalkeepers. Wait, Ronald Koeman? Right, surely not. No way. Ronald Koeman Jr. is a goalkeeper who plays for Telstar in the Netherlands. The more you know, we've learned something today. Ronald Koeman has a son who's a goalkeeper, and he's all right. He's not the best in the world, he's okay. Dyche gets sacked by Everton, goes to Napoli and absolutely cleans up Italy. Oh, no way. This is incredible. So he wins the Italian Super Cup, the Italian Cup, Serie A, all in one season. Then goes and wins the Super Cup the following season, nothing else. Then wins Serie A, and then goes and does the domestic treble again before being hired as the England man. You know what? I think he would really suit Italian football in real life. Italian football is a little bit more defensively minded than other leagues around the world. I think he'd do really well. The issue is he'd have to move out the north of England, and I think that's just not going to happen for Sean. He physically cannot leave the north of England. Oh, I love stuff like this. Ronaldo's a coach at West Bromwich Albion. That is superb. I'm sure it was back in FM12. I remember it vividly, seeing that Lionel Messi had retired and he became a coach at... I think it was Burnley. It was definitely one of the claret and blue teams. That's what I remember. And I'm pretty sure it was Burnley, but that was before Burnley were a decent side. I love seeing stuff like this though. It would only ever happen in Football Manager. There is no way ever that Ronaldo is ever going to be a coach at West Brom. I look at this whenever I have a bad day and I want to make it even worse. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's tough. He's lost 1-0, had 2 goals disallowed. Oh, no. That is a real FMing. That's not even funny. It's just a real FMing. Oh, these are Football Manager mobile screenshots. And you know, the most mental things happen in that game. So Adam Armstrong here is valued at £101 million. Okay, at Blackburn, by the way, not like he's gone to Real Madrid, at Blackburn valued at £101 million. Although as a striker in FM Mobile, 20 shooting, 18 pace, I mean, that is worth it maybe. And poetically, we've also got Wout Weghorst breaking Cristiano Ronaldo's Champions League goal scoring record. That's where FM Mobile is just a fever dream of things. Anything that can happen will happen on that game. Oh, wow. 3,256 clubs want this guy. English lower league, say. I mean, obviously, I guess he's got a downloaded database like down to level 12 or 13 or something like that, but that is ridiculous. His regen parents must have had either a really strange sense of humour or just didn't like him. Oh, I love stuff like that. Low-key though, just looking through some of his attributes here, he actually looks like he could be a pretty decent player in the future potentially. Liverpool fans across the country with Everton 11 on their back. Liverpool have got a player here called Everton. I rate that a lot. That's quite funny. Looking at him though, I don't think he's going to be the starting striker at Liverpool. It's getting to me now. If his pace was a bit higher, finishing a little bit higher, and a few of these other mentals a bit higher, I think he could be, but maybe not the best guy right now. Firstly, title in over 50 years, you'd think you'd be happier. Oh, it's the social media bit. Decent result, decent match on them. Oh, I'm so sad that social media is leaving Football Manager for the new game because just stuff like this is hilarious. It's like if your striker scores 50 goals a season, but they're linked with a move somewhere else, and it has on a social media feed a poll of your fictional fans voting on if this player should leave the club or not. And it's always like 60% stay, 40% leave. It's like, no, you keep that man there until his dying day. RIP social media and Football Manager, are you going to be missed? Kylian Mbappe is unregistered for the champion... What? Surely that's got to be because he's broken his leg, right, or something, and there's just no point having him registered for the team because he just can't play any of the fixtures because he's out for the entire season. That's got to be the explanation there. Will always be the greatest regen name I've ever seen. Oh, you get me on the regen names. If you want me to laugh, just send me a... I promise you, I'm not a 12-year-old boy. I'm a lot older than that. Oh, it's more FM mobile screenshots. We've got David Moyes at Inter Milan, superb. And then Fred as the manager at Blackpool. FM mobile, well, this looks more like the Apple version maybe, which I think is slightly different. Either way, they just come up with such ridiculous stuff. No way, the name of this chairman's amazing. Justice Bossman. That is literally the most perfect name you could have for a chairman of a football club. Couldn't have done it without you, Osman. Osman Foyer grabbed one goal. I'm sure that always does your top scorer though in those situations. So does that mean you just won every single game on penalties after a 0-0 draw and you won the final 1-0 or you won a game 1-0 thanks to his one goal? Drew against top of the league, Robin wasn't impressed. Haven't seen anyone hold on to a lead that badly since my dad lost our dog. This is what I mean. The social media is going to be such a miss. This is absolute gold. Totally accurate 2026 World Cup. Okay, so I've already just seen that Republic of Congo beaten Argentina on penalties, right? I'm expecting to see loads of other random stuff happen, but that is all normal apart from Republic of Congo. How have you done this? Surely there's got to be some sort of shenanigans going on here. Oh, and I've just clocked it's literally all on penalties as well. Every single game on penalties. Either you've genuinely had the most lucky run through the World Cup, or there is some fiddling going on here. Saying that, the very next screenshot I've just seen is England getting absolutely FM'd by Democratic Republic of Congo. Oh my word, 30 shots to 2 from Congo and they've scored both of them from an XG of 0.15. The date here, though, is 2038, not 2020. I'm still dubious about 2026 World Cup. This is believable, but that's amazing. Pep went off the rails, became a scout. Oh, this is very similar to the Klopp head of youth development or whatever he was earlier on in the video, where managers just retire sometimes and decide to do other staff roles instead. So he obviously left Man City a long time ago to move to Inter, then Chelsea, then Napoli, then Newcastle, and then went back to Man City as a scout and is now seeing out his days in northern Italy. What a life, eh? Good intake. Oh, I can already see from the thumbnail. I hate it when they do this. My head of youth development tells me I've got a great youth intake coming, and then they're all literally rated the lowest possible rating. Does my head in. But I agree, out of context it is quite funny. Good work. Dan Burn balling out in Mexico and then coming back to Sunderland has to be... What on earth? Okay, so he leaves Newcastle at the end of this season in real life, goes to Cruz Azul in Mexico, actually then moves to a different club in Mexico, and then comes back... Fair enough. The fact he's gone to 2 separate clubs in Mexico just makes it seem like he's had a midlife crisis and has to go and find himself in the beaches of Cancun. Again, the names are just funny, all right? The names are... Look at the analysis. Yeah, that one's too good. I enjoyed that one a lot. I observed Noah Darvinch play for 4 minutes as an attacking midfielder in Barcelona's 2-0 win in the Spanish First Division. A- would be a terrific signing for the future. That is one very confident scout to say he's watched a player for 4 minutes and says, right, that's it, you've got to sign him. Either that, or he spent the next 86 minutes of the match in the bar, just helping himself to all those complimentary drinks. I am pleased to confirm in writing the board's agreement to the request you made in our recent board meeting. The budget has been increased from 19.06 million to 19.06 million. Football Manager. I love you so much. You are so ridiculous. If you think you've got funnier screenshots or videos than this, let me know on Twitter, or X I suppose it's now called. Link in description at TomFM_YT if you just want to search it instead. But whilst you think about your funniest moments, in the meantime, go ahead and watch this video where a football shirt manufacturer gave me an insane challenge to complete in FM25. And actually, I had a lot of fun doing it. I think it's one of the best stories I've ever told in a Football Manager video. So go check it out and let me know what you think.